Yo, what's good guys? Today we're going to talk about the RE-45 and how it is honestly a hidden gem in Apex Legends. Hopefully I'll be starting a gun comparison series soon because I want to try and compare different guns together to see which ones are better, and obviously if we do that you'll be able to know which ones you should pick up compared to which ones obviously you shouldn't pick up. So hopefully within the future we'll get that done, but as of right now we're going to be going over the RE-45. Why it's honestly so good. I honestly thought it was like the most underrated gun, and honestly it is. I always underrated it too. I thought it was just an absolute piece of garbage until I dove in and actually gave it a shot. Now obviously it's not going to be as good as if you were to use a straight up god tier combo, but in the beginning of the game if all you find is an RE-45, it is overpowered, and the reason being simply because of its movement speed. The RE-45 comes in with a solid 95% movement speed. That'll mean you'll literally be able to rush into the face of an enemy, get a couple kills off, and then run away faster than they'll even be able to see you coming. And if you use Octane with this as well, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to try so hard not to compare it to the R99. They are extremely similar in the gun styles and how they perform. I'm going to try so hard not to compare it to the R99 because I will make a separate video talking about comparisons to the R99 with the RE-45. Also comment below which other type of guns I'm going to compare, but right now, straight up, the R99 is good. So like I said, without comparing it to the RE-45, it comes in with a solid DPS of 145, it uses light rounds obviously, and it has a mag size of 15. So obviously that's a little bit lower. It will take around 10 to 19 shots to kill depending on which range you are. Obviously this is going to be a rushing type of weapon. You're not going to try and go for long range kills obviously. I recommend using like a Hemlock or maybe even a Wingman. Hemlock with single shot for the long range gunfights, and then using an RE-45 as your secondary to hopefully rush in because you have that extremely high movement speed. The draw time comes in at a whopping 1/4 of a second, so literally 0.25 seconds you'll be able to pull out this gun into the ADS. I like ADSing it. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I'd say it's a little bit better to ADS it, obviously because you get that sweet draw time of 0.25 seconds, which is extremely fast, so you can literally rush in there, ADS extremely fast, almost like you have quick draw grip from Call of Duty. But obviously the best part is simply the movement speed. Like, you don't even need a stock on this because you can't put one on, but literally you don't even notice that there's no stock on it. It feels like you have a purple stock the whole time simply because of how fast you can move while you're aiming. And since Apex is a game based upon like movement speed and maneuvering in a gunfight to dodge bullets, this will be ridiculous because you can simply dodge more bullets than the enemies can dodge yours, because if you're using an RE-45 and they're using a flatline or something like that, you'll be able to move a ton faster simply being able to dodge their bullets, and they won't even be able to dodge yours. Obviously accuracy is a huge key when using the RE-45. You're not going to want to miss those shots obviously because you only have 15 bullets in the clip, but if you can manage to pop off on the headshot, it's absolutely nuts. The barrel stabilizer should help you out as well. Also a sight, I find it looks a little odd with the sight on the gun just because of how like it aims in and how the field of view looks on it. Obviously it's just simply better to be using a sight on it. I like it, but the iron sights are also extremely good as well. The different types of attachments that you can use in this is either a different barrel, magazine, and then, you know, obviously the optic being probably one of the least favorites of mine, simply only because it just changes the look. I'd say you can't put a stock in it, but I'd say the barrel stabilizer and the mag are easily the best. You want to try and find a purple barrel stabilizer simply so you can not miss as many shots, and then obviously a purple magazine because the RE-45 only starts with 15 bullets. I believe it goes up to around 23 after the purple mag, and then obviously a sight is very crucial, or maybe it might be 25 with the purple because I just picked up a blue and it brings it up to a whopping 21. Unfortunately, and I guess fortunately, you can only use this thing in, you know, fully auto mode. I don't think it matters too much obviously because you're not going to be, even if you could put it as single shot, it probably wouldn't be better than just using the P2020. Max headshot distance is coming in at a solid 1,500, which isn't that bad. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to compare it straight up to the R99. The R99 has a solid 1,500 as well, so obviously both of these guns come in at the exact same max headshot distance, which is honestly crucial because you're going to want to try and hit the headshots as much as you possibly can. And then the fire rate comes in, I wouldn't say it's at a slow 13, but compared to the R99, I think the R99 is 18 and the RE-45 is 13, so you can get more controlled shots off with this. You do get lower damage by like not even that much, which I'll go and do very soon, but I wouldn't even care about the damage that much because simply the movement speed is absolutely ridiculous when you're using the RE-45, and that's honestly honestly the most crucial part of this gun. Like, you can just simply run in and out of gunfights in a matter of seconds because you have the .95 movement speed while ADSing. Now, the only unfortunate part with the RE-45 will come down to the damage. You have 11 to the body, 16 to the head, so obviously you're going to want to try and hit him in the head as much as possible here, and then 9.9 to the leg. So if you can aim for the upper body, I would say that the recoil pattern will help you out a lot for hitting the headshot, simply because of how it just simply moves straight up with the recoil pattern, so it's not that bad. Moves up and over to the right a little bit. So, I mean, even if you do have a purple barrel stabilizer, even a gold barrel stabilizer, you can still get the headshots off a little easier. I'd say it's easier to get them if you have a weaker barrel stabilizer, just because of how the recoil pattern is. Like I said, up and to the right. Super easy to control it though. Honestly, it is such an easy gun to control the recoil for. I would honestly recommend using around 2 stacks of light ammo in your inventory, 2 to 3, just because of how fast it fires at the coming in at the 13 fire rate. You will be shredding and burning through ammo in your inventory very fast, so obviously try and have more than just 1 stack. It's up to you. That's just a friendly piece of advice. The actual shots to kill, so since it does 11 damage to body shots, it'll take around 10 to 19 shots to the body to kill, coming in at either 0.69 seconds all the way up to a 3.43 seconds, so obviously not the best, but because you have the movement speed, it does suffice. Headshots with no helmet, it'll take 7 shots to kill all the way up to 13, so obviously a little bit better. It'll take it down to 0.45 seconds, so less than half a second, all the way up to 0.92 seconds. So you can, if theoretically, if you only hit headshots, you can down someone in less than a second, which is ridiculous. Like, in any battle royale, if you're knocking someone in less than a second, that's ridiculous. Like, it is actually nuts. Headshots with level 1 helmet, 7 to 14 bullets to kill, which, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because it still is the same amount of bullets, just 1 extra bullet at the very last. It'll go from 0.46 all the way up to 1 second to kill, and then etc. Level 3 or 4 helmet, 9 to 17 bullets, 0.62 seconds all the way up to 3.27. So still very good at competing with other guns. And the time to kill with the RE-45 is actually very surprisingly low. And obviously for your time to kill, lower is better. So I would recommend using the RE-45 whenever you get a chance. It's honestly an extremely overpowered gun. I like it a lot. Very underrated because it is only a pistol, and obviously the smaller the gun, sometimes the worse, except in the case of the wingman. But yeah, tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later. Which guns would you like to see compared? I'll compare. I might do the RE-45 to the R99 soon. Maybe even the G7 to the Hemlock, or the G7 to the longbow, stuff like that. There's a ton of different combinations that we can do. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.